Hello, everyone. What up? What up? Yo, what it do, everyone? All right, what's up? We got a viewer in chat. What's going on? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. What up? We're going to be starting here shortly. Waiting on Milky to get home, but big game here. Between the Pats and the Texans. Not necessarily who we thought would have made it, but two quality users here on the AFC side, and the winner will go and play Swayze in the NFC. What's up, three viewers? How's it going, guys? What up? What up? Anyone you guys in chat, feel free to pop a comment in here. You see if the text boxes are working. What up, 3 viewers in chat? Damn, you guys just gonna sit here and listen to me talk to myself? I know your chat button works. 5 viewers. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What's going on, everyone? What up, chat? What up? What up? Well, I guess since looks like these guys are going to get ready to get started here, I'll give a little preview of the game going on as we're hitting here. So, pretty much, this game, as I can tell, I have a little bit of knowledge of this game here between D-Thed and the Milker himself, as I've played both of them. D-Thed has beaten the snot out of me. Really out of surprise playoff win over Matt as well. So, that'll be interesting to see if he can take that next step, as he's never had significant playoff success. You know, I hope that he is more than just a Cinderella, but Milky's not a slouch himself. Uh, he's Milky's won 2 championship rings himself, and has certainly had long-term success in this league. 3 viewers in the chat. What's going on, everyone? All right, everyone looks like they're finally get going. They're finally starting this puppy up here. It looks like I see some activity on Deathhead's screen here. We should have him. We should have this game starting here in a few minutes. All right, everyone. Looks like they're getting started here. We're going to flip on over to the gameplay. How are we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Looks like this is going to be a road game for the Patriots, and the Texans, despite being an 11-6 team, will be the home team for this. With that being said, I think I'm going to predict the Pats to win. Although I don't think this is going to be a very lopsided game. I think both teams here are pretty evenly matched for sure. I think this is probably going to be a one-score game, and there's not going to be much separation between both the teams. But with that being said, we got our kickoff underway, and the Patriots are led by not Cam Newton, but they are led by the wonderful Mac Jones. Dakota with his patented 20 curl flats. We'll be able to see his adjustments here as we're at his point of view. Looks like Milky's going to come out in the I, offset I. You love to see this. Tight end and fullback. Mac Jones under center. Damian Harris is the back beside him. Houston's going to counter with their 4-3 defense. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Damian Harris runs forward. Good for about 3. As you're going to see a lot of inside runs. Lots of inside runs. You're going to see lots of power, lots of zone, lots of dives, lots of trap. A lot of different options here. As now he goes to empty set here with Mac Jones in the gun here. Houston in their nickel defense, 2 linebackers on the field. Mac's going to drop back to 3. He's going to look. He's going to fire. It's going to be a short pass underneath to the newly acquired Hunter Henry. Looks like he was tackled just short. It's going to be third and about 3 inches away for that first down there. Good move by Hunter Henry after he caught the ball. Just quick little zig route in there to beat man. Tough to defend, especially when those double tight end sets. You're also able to run the ball a little bit better. Mac Jones is the shotgun now. That is James White, the back beside him. It's going to be handoff off the middle. He's going to get skinny through the hole there and pick up 6. With James White there, it's just a little inside zone give. Find the crease in the defense, hit it, and really explode. Not a short yardage guy by any means, but just shifty enough to kind of hide behind them offensive linemen and move on forward. Now we've got a beautiful, another beautiful I formation here by the Patriots. It's going to be a handoff up to Damian Harris, and he burst forward there for 6 more yards, running right over. Looks like we had a little split zone by the fullback there, meaning the entire offensive line moved to the right. Your fullback goes left, gets that last guy on the backside, and he just fell forward there for 6 yards. Big run there. Mac Jones dropping back to throw now on 2nd and 4. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to look. He's going to fire. And it's going to be caught on the sideline beautifully there by Jacoby Myers, the impressive young receiver there for the Pats. One of these younger options you're going to see him throwing the ball to, as guys like Nelson Aguilar have not really shown consistent playing time, nor played a lot. And lived up to that contract. Mac Jones now in the double tight patented formation. It's going to look, and he is going to fake the handoff there to Harris. He is going to drop back to throw, roll out to his left a little bit. Mac is going to fire that ball out of bounds. So there's pressure on him applied to that by the left defensive end on that play. Good play there. On 1st and 10, you'd been running the ball very well. No problem with play action on it. You're just behind the sticks a little bit, so you've got to hit a decent chunk play here and at least cut this in half to make 3rd down a little bit easier. You've driven the ball down pretty well at the 22, so you're in field goal range as well. We'll see what his offense looks like in the red zone here. I expect this to go to the tight ends. Another empty set formation here by Mac Jones. He's got a double tight and halfback split out to his right. He's going to drop back to throw. He is going to scramble out, and he's going to throw an absolute needle there. The Penn State guy, KJ Hamler, makes a miraculous one-handed catch on the sideline. Incredible body control on his end to come up with that. That's going to be good for about 16 and put the the New England Patriots at the 6-yard line. Just a slant concept, and he outran his man. You saw the Houston Texans man-to-man with a robber defense with that safety coming underneath, and he just beat him. Got double tight out of the gun now with Mac Jones under center. That is the back. Harris off to his right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's going to run into an offensive lineman, make a cut to the left, and he is going to be in. That is a Damian Harris 6-yard touchdown. Just a little inside give there. Ran right off the block of the left tackle there and was able to make that quick burst out there for a first into the end zone. That's going to make it 6-0 New England. Pretty solid offensive drive there by them. As this PA attempt is up. Quinn Nordine, the Michigan kid, is up. The kick is up, and it is no good. Bounced off the crossbar. Not a good look. Sometimes it's just something you have to deal with there. Bad connection, you know, whatever it might be. Not a good thing in Madden. It's going to be a short kick there to Brown. Not sure who that is on the Texans. It's a problem with that roster. I'm not quite sure who is who on that team. But nonetheless, not bad field position here if you're the Texans. You get it at the 33-yard line here. Texans are led by another fellow rookie quarterback by the name of Davis Mills from Stanford there. Real strong pocket passer, really relying on this ground game. These teams are more identical than people might make them out to be. The Houston offense is going to feature a lot of fullback heavy set runs and mix in the play action passing game when they can really get it effective. So here you're going to see an overload formation. Double tight ends and Brandon Cooks out to your left. D.D. Westbrook on the right. Davis Mills under center. He is going to motion Cooks out. He's going to drop back to pass. Couple step drop there. He's going to look. He's going to fire. And he's going to throw deep, way deep to D.D. Westbrook. And that ball is going to be incomplete. Wow. Wow, what a throw. D.D. Westbrook had his man beat there on the other side. I believe it's the opposite boundary corner of Gilmore. J.C. Jackson, maybe? He had him beat. He just couldn't hold on to the ball. Not quite sure what happened there. But that was a huge chunk play for the Texans that they missed out on. You're definitely going to look back wondering why he didn't catch this one. Mills is going to drop back to throw. He's going to fire a curl route there. That is going to be Brandon Cooks. Just a little quick out, curl route there. Find a hole in the zone. Looked like the defense was playing a hard three and found the hole right there between the flat, the middle linebacker there. Good read. Had quite a bit of time in the pocket. Was collapsing a little bit as that was a heavy set there formation from the Patriots. So a little bit of pressure on his end. Nonetheless, the Texans have the ball now at the 46-yard line. Double tight end. D. Westbrook split outside of the right. Cooks is the only receiver to the left. Mark Ingram is behind Davis Mills in the single back. He is going to give the handoff to the left there, and that is stopped behind the line of scrimmage by a young linebacker named Tavai? Not quite sure how you pronounce his name, but either way, big play by his end to come right off the edge of the line of scrimmage there and explode. Patriots were able to maintain their gap integrity. It looked like Lawrence Guy was the big man in the middle there, kind of keeping things contained. Great play to come off and scrape off of that block, and it puts the Texans behind the stick now. He's going to run an empty pistol set with Mark Ingram beneath him under the gun. He's going to throw the check down there, and Mark Ingram is going to bounce, just making guys miss. Big gain there for 10 yards. Gilmore was not able to wrap up and make anything or get anything going on there. Big play on his end. They covered all the vertical routes and left the underneath wide open. Great read by Davis Mills there, just to check it down and get 10. And now you're in business now. 3rd and 1 at the other 46-yard line. Looks like a weird dime set look here. Maybe a nickel? We'll see. Is it's going to be a handoff to Mark Ingram? That's easy. I could have driven through that hole. And he's actually going to break a tackle there. It looked like it was a for sure tackle. And that's a big touchdown. 46 yards by Mark Ingram. Wow, what a run. Just lowered his shoulder there and ran right through him. Either way, that's going to make it super easy now for the Texans to take the lead here briefly at 7-6 after that miss. So what looked like a back and forth drive there, the Texans actually had the explosive play. Good for about 46 yards as Mark Ingram totaled easily over 50 yards on that drive, and he puts the Texans up 7-6. We'll see what Mac Jones and the Patriots have to answer here now, as the Texans drive right down on them and hold a shallow 1-point lead here. He's going to come out in the I formation here. Fullback, tight end, and Gunnar Onolowski, I believe, is the receiver set out to the right. Cobb pronounced it wrong. Houston's going to counter in their 4-3 set. He's going to fake the handoff there to Damian Harris. And there's Gunnar wide open. Let's see if he can turn on the burners. That is going to be a huge gain down to the 14-yard line. Just was able to sneak him right out across the defense with a deep crossing pattern. The cornerback bit on that first post route there to the left-hand side. And that leaves a wide open Gunnar that's able to turn and burn on that. Very, very good read there by Mac Jones as he hit a big chunk play on that. Now it's going to be a handoff to Damian Harris off the right-hand side. He cuts it back, only able to fall forward for about a yard. Just a quick little zone concept there to the right-hand side of the screen. Really didn't have much action as Zach Cunningham wrapped him up before he could really get that play going. Big play on his end. That is a big stop for the Texans there to kind of stop any momentum they had off that chunk play. If he's able to hold them to a field goal here, you take that any single day of the week here now if you're the Texans. As it looks like he's going to go back to that empty set with double tight ends again. KJ Hamler in the slot to left-hand side. Looks like a linebacker's matched up on him. We'll see what they're able to draw up. Stop, drop back to throw. He's going to fire there to Hunter Henry, who barely keeps his feet in bounds, but is able to turn up there for another solid gain. Gets about 8 on the play and sets up 3rd and 1 from the 5-yard line as the Patriots are knocking on the door. The Houston Texans are fighting for every single inch down here in the red zone to keep them out. Looks like they're going to go an overload triple tight end set to the right. Single receiver set out to the left. Mac Jones under center. Damian Harris behind him. He's going to look and make a check at the line. Houston is countering with a heavy 4-4 formation. Mac Jones makes another head. He's going to turn, and Damian Harris is going to squeak right through there. Didn't look like he had much of a hole at all, but was able to get skinny and really power through and get that yard they needed. Big run there as now they're going offset eye to the right. 2 receivers split out to the left. Houston's going to counter with another 4-4 set here. Getting close to the goal line, getting more bodies in there. He's going to fake the handoff to the right, roll out across his body. He's going to look, throw, and Gunnar Olowski is good as it was just a simple play action boot to the right-hand side. Out, you drag them across the formation and hope they get open there in the red zone. And Mac Jones put it on a rope as Gunnar is able to secure that catch. And it looks like it's going to be under review here. We're going to see if he was able to get 2 feet in bounds. Just getting in, the call from the booth is that catch was good as it puts the New England Patriots up 12-7 now. A good read there. Gunnar made 2 big plays on that drive to really put him forward. And it looks like the Pats are going to go to 2 to try and keep this thing close. They're going to go to bunch right, double tight ends in that bunch. Gunnar is the lone receiver in that. Damian Harris behind Mac Jones. KJ Hamler split off to the left-hand side. Houston's going to pinch the defensive line. It's going to be a handoff, and he doesn't get it. Handoff to the right-hand side, and they're not able to get it. Big stop there for the Houston Texans. As it looks like that kick looks a lot better. Actually at the goal line, right where you almost want to put those kicks. You can't fair catch it, but you still make them return it from as deep as possible. Really good kick there on the Patriots end. That missed extra point is going to come back to haunt them, I guarantee it. as New England is now up 12-7 in this game. Houston's going to get the ball at about their 20 after the short return from Westbrook. Going to be Davis Mills in the gun, split backs with Ito Smith and former workhorse David Johnson to be handoff to the left-hand side of the screen, and he is going to go nowhere. Lawrence Guy absolutely shedded that block right. Pancake the offensive lineman had made a huge play in the backfield for a loss of 2. That was a great play on his end. Just a simple little zone concept to the left with the tailback on the left-hand side of the screen, blocking to the left. He beats his man one-on-one at the point of attack and is able to wrap him up for a loss. That is a huge stop for an offense that relies so heavily on staying on schedule. Davis Mills going to drop back to pass. He's going to look. He's going to fire. There's going to be a check down there to Mark Ingram, who is going to kind of make a move or two. Looked like he was trying to shake Mr. Gilmore out of his shoes. Either way, not able to get him much of anywhere. He catches it, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and doesn't get much further. Only good for about 2 on his end. Sets up a 3rd and long 9 here for the Texans on their own 21-yard. This is where you're going to see, I predict, the Patriots go to a more big big nickel type set, or a big dime type set, in a sense that they're only going to have 3 or 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker in the field, bringing in 6 DBs for this play. And it looks like that might be what they're in. It looks like Houston is in the gun now. 4 wide there. Davis Mills going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He is going to fire, and it is going to be caught by Mark Ingram on the sideline. I don't know if he got it. Looks like he's going to be just short. That was a heck of a play by Davis Mills. He put that defender in a bind, and he just threw it. As soon as they got, they came up and played the run, it looks like Houston is going to go for it. I don't see their punter out on the field. Very, very risky for Houston to go for here. No, they are going to bring the punting unit out on the field, as I don't know that you want to risk a loss of downs, especially in that deep of field position. KJ Hamler going to be back to receive, and wow, that takes a Houston bounce. You do punt it there, you get him out at the 1. A beautifully placed ball. Wow, what a roll there. Hamler thought it was too deep. I did too, as it bounced at about the 10 all the way down and rolled perfectly into the 1. That is exactly how you draw it up if you're Houston. Mac Jones in the shadow of his own end zone now here in the gun. He's going to have James White split beside him. 2 receivers split out. Jonnu Smith and another on the right-hand side. Houston in a nickel defense here. Mac Jones make a couple adjustments at the line. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to look. He's going to fire it off to Gunner again. Just securing the first down. Not too simple. Looks like they just ran a little slant concept to get him across the defense there. Good for a first down, and more importantly, it gets them plenty enough breathing room on that play, as you kind of take most of the risk of a safety out of this now, and at the very least, you move the ball and you got a first down. Patriots going to go back to their I formation set now. It's going to turn and just hand it off to Damian Harris. Nothing too crazy about that play there. Just a simple ISO. Good for about 4. Staying on schedule there. What a run on that end. As basic of a football concept as you can get. Every single man one-on-one, and leads your fullback right through the hole and picking up the first different color jersey you see. Good run on that play. You love to see that kind of runs and that kind of concepts of football being played, even at the highest level. It still works. He's going to turn and hand it off again, and there's going to see Damian Harris just falling forward. Good for about 4, maybe 5. He is going to be short of the first down there. 3rd and 1 is what it's going to set up. This Pats offensive line is really moving that Texans defensive line, as they've been able to push them back and control that line of scrimmage all day here. Really great football being played by that unit. You're going to see Mac Jones in the weak eye formation here, meaning the fullback is not on the tight end side with 2 wide receivers split out. It's going to be a fullback tied to the big man Bowden. I believe Nick Bowden. Either way, really good quick hitter there on the Patriots end to pick up that first down. Those quick hitters are so tough to stop as a defense. The handoff is real quick there, And the defense really, if they're not getting an initial block shed at the point of attack, it's really hard to stop it. Regardless of it, the Patriots pick up a much-needed first down and suddenly have the ball at the 24. As they're going to give just a quick inside zone handoff there to James White. He's only going to get about 2, but with the way that Pat's offensive line's been moving the ball, I think you got to have been moving the defensive line. You've got to run the ball on first down. You know, he's picking up really, really good chunk yardage on that. Mac Jones down the shotgun again. James White is the back beside him. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. And he just is able to kind of just be wiggly. And not really going down on the first attack. He's just staying up and keeping his feet moving and really just churning out hard yards now as it sets up 3rd and 2. This is a strong eye with 2 receivers to the left. He's going to fake the handoff again. Looks like a play action. Mac is going to look, fire, and he has got Hunter Henry, who doesn't hold on. Wow, big drop there by Hunter Henry. He looks like he might have had the first down, but that was the same concept they ran down at the goal line, and the Texans were all over it. You know, they didn't have that short field, and the Texans absolutely stopped that. Good play there by the Texans to hold, as this should force a Patriots punt. All right, and I've just been getting word that the Patriots are actually keeping the punting team off the field. They're still at the 33-yard line, which is backed up very deep. They do have some yardage this drive, but this is still a very, very risky play. Oh, there it is. Wow, that guy's made a living off of it. Quick check down to the halfback. Good play there by James White. Wow, the confidence to go for it. You know, a very accurate quarterback in Mac Jones, but it's still 4th and 2. That's an absolute dot, and I mean, he's made a living off that. Quick dump off passes. There's a reason Brady loved him. You know, Super Bowl MVP, James White there. As that sets them up, actually good for about 14, as they're now at midfield here at the 47. Mac Jones is the shotgun. James White the back beside him again. He's going to send Gunnar Olszewski on motion there. It's going to be a handoff, a sweep concept to the right. He's going to just squeak forward there for a gain of about 1. They sent the slot wide receiver there in motion there, probably to try and get a look at what kind of covers the defensive end, and that's just another classic zone play to the right. All your offensive line, even your tight end and the slot wide receiver, they're all moving to the right, and you're hoping to kind of seal everyone off and get to the edge or hit that cut back there and just fall forward for something. As Mac Jones is in the shotgun here again. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to have a pass complete there to Jacoby Myers. Having a quiet but productive game there. Another big catch there to set the Pats up for a very, very manageable 3rd and short here. Looks like 3rd and about 2 from the Texans' own 47, or from the Texans' 46-yard line here. New England really making some really timely throws here. It doesn't look like the Texans have properly adjusted to this quick passing game. He's going to send the wide receiver in motion there again. Mac is going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire. And there's going to be Olszewski again. Probably pronouncing his name wrong, but, I mean, this kid's just getting open every 3rd down. It's hard to deny it. I'm having flashbacks to Wes Welker here. So we're in another strong I formation here for the Pats offense. Double wide receiver split on each side of the line. Mac Jones under center, fullback Damian Harris behind him in the eye. It's going to turn and just hand it off. Another ISO concept. Great cut by Damian Harris there. Finds a big hole and is able to throw a stiff arm there and fall forward for a gain of 7. Huge play there by Damian Harris to really make a very good football move on that play. Make a cut back to the left and pick up 2 or 3 more yards, and that sets him up at 2nd and 3. I'd expect a very big chunk play here, or a shot play by the Patriots. You've got a real short yardage here. Take the shot while you have it. Texans appear to be in a cover 3 defense. So we're going to see James White with the handoff again. He is going to be just short, about a yard short there. Just a little inside zone play out of the shotgun. Texans able to stop it quickly now as they're going with another strong eye here, bringing in the fullback on third and short as they converted many of these. It's going to be a handoff. They're going to fake the handoff, actually. It's going to be another dump-off pass there. There's KJ Hamler. He's got room to run. He's down, and he was going to lower his shoulders, stop just short at the 1. You know, when you're able to run the ball like these guys have, it set up the play action so well. Mac Jones with a weird leg kick throw. He looks set, but there was pressure in his face. Regardless of it, he gets it. This is going to set up the Wildcat quarterback here. Tommy Stevens on the 1. They're going to send the tailback in motion. Looks like he's making an adjustment at the line. He's going to take the handoff. He's going to cut to the left, and he's going to be in for a touchdown. Tommy Stevens, former Penn State quarterback, turned tight end, turned wide receiver, turned athlete. Able to lower his shoulder and get in there for a tough yard there. Really controlling the line of scrimmage. Very, very good play blocking up front. Mac Jones is now going to be in for the 2-point attempt. He's going to look and fire, and there's Hunter Henry. Able to hold on to that one as that makes it a 20-7 game now. The Patriots really imposing their will on that Houston front. It's really become the storyline of this game, is that Patriots run blocking has really been moving some bodies up front there. As the Texans, you know, have been able to make plays, but they've lost the line of scrimmage battle. Outside of that first play, or that first drive, I should say, where they had the one breakaway run, New England's dominated both line of scrimmage. And it's really showed in the game here so far. Houston's got to come up and answer with some points now. Davis Mills now is out there. They're going to run double tight set to the right, 2 wide receivers split out to the left. Ingram is the back behind him. He's going to line up, and it's going to throw a quick dump-off bubble screen there to Westbrook, but Donta Hightower is all over it. That's a matchup you like if you're Houston. D.D. Westbrook on a slower linebacker in Hightower, but he just comes up and reacts to the ball like a 10-year NFL veteran would. It's the correct read, but the Patriots were all over it. As now you're going to see another pistol set with trips to the right. D.D. Westbrook, the single receiver to the left. He's going to, or sorry, that is, oh wow, Hunter Renfrow, the short-handed receiver, was wide open over the middle and just not able to hang on to it. My correction, that was Brandon Cooks to the left. You got to come down with that if you're Hunter Renfrow. That's a chain mover, and that keeps your offense in a lot more confidence. And you're just setting yourself up at 3rd and long, as it's 3rd and 9 now. Really controlling that line of scrimmage. The Pats are able to go to a lighter dime type set as it makes Mills drop back to throw. He's going to look, he's going to fire, and there's the tight end Atkins makes a very, very tough catch. Just a quick tight end pop pass, and he gets behind the linebacker there, picking up just enough for the first down. And that's going to set the Texans up at about the 45-yard line here as we roll into the 2-minute warning here, with the Patriots up 20-7 now with 2 minutes remaining here in the second half. Houston on the move now. They've got a little bit of momentum moving the ball here. Picked up about 20 or so yards on the drive, trying to get some points here to end the half. As New England has a slight 2-score lead here with 20-7. Davis Mills now in the shotgun. Stack formation to your left, tight end, and Cooks isolated to the right-hand side of the screen. Going to hand it off to Ito Smith. And there's that line of scrimmage. There's the big acquisition. Matthew Judon coming in and making the play on the edge there. I mean, that's a tight end trying to block Matthew Judon, who is a very, very talented edge rusher. He wins that one-on-one matchup and stops the play before it even gets going. You know, Houston not able to do much there as Mills is in the shotgun now. Ito Smith, the back beside him. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire underneath there to Ito Smith. But right there, great coverage. Kazir White letting him catch the ball in front of him, coming up, reading and reacting to that play. He's able to stop him before he gets the sticks, not let anything behind him. And that athletic linebacker is able to come up and stop them for a very, very short gain now. As it's 3rd and 4, you're going to see a bunch of the right Pats in a very disguised type defense here. They've got drop back to throw. It's going to be Cooks, and he's going to beat, I believe that's Cyrus Jones. I might have it mixed up. But he was one-on-one there, and Davis Mills just stood in the pocket and delivered an absolute strike. What a play by Cooks there. He was one-on-one, and he made him pay. I mean, Brandon Cooks has been doing that his entire NFL career. Great play on his end. As that PAT is going to be up, and awkwardly enough, that's a miss for Houston. Kicker's really having trouble. Sorry, Jonathan Jones, not Cyrus Jones. Definitely not a... I mean, it's a matchup you like one-on-one, but Jones has a speed matchup there. He should be the faster of the players. Either way, Stevenson back to return the kick here with 58 seconds. He's going to make a cut, spin off of a tackle, and get to the 26. So now Houston was able to score, but there's still about a minute left, and the Pats still have all 3 of their timeouts. They're really in a position here to really push the ball downfield with some timeouts, and they have the ability to, you know, take a sack and stop the clock if they're moving the ball. Either way, you're in a single back deuce formation there as Mac Jones is going to drop back to throw. He's going to fire it off there. There's Damian Harris, who takes a quick dump off pass and is able to get out of bounds. He had the tight end kind of leaning the way. Just a little flood formation. It looked like it was a drive deep out and half back out in the flats there. Good play call. Flooded that zone there. Basically, you're putting more people in one area than the defense can defend. They're not running into each other, but they're not able to defend all of them. Mac Jones now in the shotgun. James White, the great pass catching back beside him. Mac is going to drop back to throw. He's going to fire right over the middle. There's Jacoby Myers making the catch but falling down. Mac sort of did not place it so he could hit him in stride. Myers kind of had to slow down and fall on the pass there to kind of make sure he corralled it in. Regardless of it, Pats get a quick timeout now as they've already got the ball at the 48. They're in their empty set with the double tight ends off to the right. KJ Hamler in the slot. Watch that matchup there to the left. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to step up in the pocket, and Mac Jones is going to run and fall down just with a little slide as they're going to run a no huddle there, and that really chewed some time off the clock before they can get back there. 12 seconds off the clock to stop and throw, and there's a first down to Hunter Henry. 15 seconds now remain on the board. Pats have 2 timeouts, but they have progressed to the Houston Texans 41-yard line. You've got probably 3 more legitimate plays. You don't have to take a shot into the end zone yet. You still got the ability to move it up, hopefully make that kick a little easier for your kicker that struggled. But regardless of it, Patriots have the ball. James White beside him in the gun. Houston in their nickel set. Mac's going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to dump it off to James White, who gets out of bounds. Good for about 6. There is 11 seconds on the clock. Mac Jones, mark it on my stat sheet here, is 15-17 for over 200 yards and a touchdown, playing a very, very hyper-efficient game. Very Davis Mills-esque, as you've seen in this playoff run for the Texans. Mac Jones again in the empty set. They're going with only 1 tight end now. It's not the traditional double tight they've shown. Mac's going to look, fire underneath. He's got a short pass complete to KJ Hamler, who was tackled in bounds. Regardless of it, Pats burn that tight end time out quickly as it sets up a manageable field goal attempt here. Should the Patriots take it, this would be about a 43-yarder, and it doesn't look like they have the confidence in their kicker. They're going to be sending out the offense. This means they're going to take a shot at the end zone. Maybe you can draw some sort of pass interference. Regardless of it, if you throw it up, make sure it's a swat on the defense, or make sure that, you know, you're able to tackle if it ends up in the other team's hand. All right. Looks like they were just kind of see if they'd line up to it. It is going to be a field goal attempt here for Quinn Nordine, the young rookie kicker out of Michigan. The kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good. Kind of squeaking through the uprights there. Regardless of it, it's through it, so it counts just the same. That puts the Patriots lead now at 23-13 as the second half just expired there. Really solid half of football for them, with the only difference being they were able to stop the Houston Texans on one drive there. And both teams moved the ball very well. Very sound, disciplined games. No turnovers on either team. And the bright side on if you're a Houston fan is you're getting the ball coming out of half, and you've made plays on offense. You know, you've hit 2 big chunk plays, and that's what's kept you in it. Kind of lulling them to sleep. You know, big Mark Ingram run off of a broken tackle, big Brandon Cooks breaking coverage there, and you're still in this. You're not out of it by any means. You're still comfortable. You're still playing your game, but you're probably going to have to put the ball in the air a little bit more than you might have hoped to. Regardless of it, Davis Mills comes out in a double tight end set. 2 wide receivers split out to his left. Mark Ingram behind him, who had a big first half there. Davis Mills under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Mark Ingram, who makes a cut there. Falls forward for 7 yards. Mark Ingram has got 3 rushes for a whopping 53 yards on 3 carries with that score there, as I mentioned previously in the first half. Big run. That looked like the Texans of age. That's what's got them to this spot so far, is timely runs on that. He's got an overload triple tight end set to the ref. Cooks wide isolated one-on-one with Stephon Gilmore. He's going to look, he's going to fire, and that's going to be Jordan Atkins wide open over the middle of the field. No one within a very big vicinity of him. I bet you he was open for 10 yards. At least. Just runs out of bounds as he kind of runs out of gas. Not a very big explosive tight end, but really able to sneak and get him out there on that play action game that the Texans utilize. Good pickup play there for the Texans. They've actually crossed midfield now and are at the 49-yard line. 9:18 remaining here in the third quarter. You've got New England leading Houston 23-13. Houston driving on them, though, with this first drive of the opening half. Houston coming out in that split gun look. You've got Ito Smith beside him, as well as David Johnson beside him to the right in the gun. Patriots kind of adjusting, playing Devin McCourty down at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to kind of squeeze it back in there, leaving Kazir White one-on-one for the tackle. Regardless of it, that play opened up very, very well for the Texans. White able to kind of hold on there and really stop a big chunk play. Still good for 6, and Houston is on schedule. Houston now coming out in double tight end set out of the gun. They've got 2 receivers split out to the left. Ingram beside Mills to his right-hand side on the side of the double tight ends. Patriots counter at the double nickel set as they fake the handoff and dump it quick out there to Brevin Jordan, the rookie tight end out of Miami. Really good athletic young tight end that they're able to use in the passing game while his run blocking develops. Davis Mills having a very Davis Mills-esque game. He believe he is 10 of 12 for about $140 and a touchdown. No turnovers on his end. Very, very sound, reasonable game for him. Of course, the shocking thing being this season is Davis Mills taking over for Deshaun Watson, as Deshaun Watson have sat out the years with the Texans looking to trade him this offseason. It'll be interesting to see where he lands up. Regardless of it, Davis Mills is certainly entrenched as a starter here in Houston. He's in the gun again. Ito Smith beside him. He's going to drop back to throw. He is going to dump it off there to the Clemson kid, Hunter Renfrow, good for about 3. Pick of about 3. That's the first time they've utilized Hunter Renfrow in this past game. He runs a lot of quick, short routes, 1 to 5 yards. He gets open and really helps keep this offense on pace, yardage-wise. Davis Mills again, handoff to Ito Smith. Look at those blocks set up. He gets forward, makes a cut inside the 20-yard line, I should say. Knocks them out to about the 17. He's able to burst forward there for a good chunk run, and Houston has a first down. Really beautiful concept on their end to pull that lineman around, and they were able to kind of spring him free there. Beautiful blocking as the Texans are going to fake the handoff, but they rolled right into a blitz. Looked like the Patriots were all over that one and really sent people at the point of attack. They were able to get some edge pressure right in Davis Mills' face as he just throws it away. Great player there on his end to try not to force anything. While it is ideal that you have your guys one-on-one in coverage, you don't want to force anything there and cause a turnover this close to the end zone. Looks like the trips right in the pistol with Cooks, the lone receiver, set out to the left. You've got Ingram behind Mills in the pistol set. It's going to be a handoff to the right-hand side, and it's going to go nowhere. That is Henry Anderson, the other big body there in the middle, breaking through a double team. Stops him at the line of scrimmage there. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Regardless of it, that is a huge stop there on 2nd and 10 to set up 3rd and 10 now. And now you really, really have to play this conservatively if you're Houston. Looks like the Patriots are in a dime dollar type set as Mills is dropping back to throw. He's going to look. He is going to fire an absolute dot in the corner of the end zone. It looks like he came up with that catch. Number 3, unsure of who that was. Looks like they're going to throw the challenge flag as it's not ruled a catch on the field. We'll see what they're able to come up with, but it looked like he was able to drag his feet right in there. Mills put it where only his guy could get it there in the back corner of the end zone with a beautiful throw. And it looks like the wide receiver is able to come down with it. Let's see what the booth says, and the booth actually says the ruling on the field is upheld. I'm not too sure what they're seeing. Maybe they have a different replay angle than me, but that doesn't look like the accurate call by any means. Regardless of it, it's going to be a field goal attempt now for the Texans, as they're still able to get 3, but they certainly think they should have easily had 7 rather than 3. Cuts this lead down to 7, so touchdown score game as Fairburn is now set to kick off here, and the Patriots are going to get the ball for the first time on offense here in the second half. That kick sails right out of the end zone there, and this is going to be the Patriots' ball now at the 25-yard line. Mac Jones comes out. Very, very good first half for his end. He is going to run a strong eye to the right-hand side there. Gonna make a couple adjustments at the line. Damian Harris is the back behind him. He's gonna give the ball off, but Houston must have easily been sniffing that one out, as they've had the defensive line really was able to change the line of scrimmage there, and they had penetration across the board and set him back. I believe that was Vincent Taylor was the defensive lineman that wrapped him up there, as he's tackled for a loss now as it's 2nd and 12. Mac Jones in the gun. White is the back beside him. He's going to drop back to throw, and it's going to just squeak right over the middle there to KJ Hamler. It looked like he was throwing into a big mob of people, as the Pats had a drag and a back out that really kind of caused a bubble to form out there, but really Mac threw right over him, and it was right on target to KJ Hamler coming across on a deep in concept there. I thought the ball was going into the big mess, and then boom, KJ Hamler pops in out of nowhere. Tommy Stevens now the quarterback, as they snuck him in there. Didn't even see him. Just noticed he was a little bit bigger than Mac Jones, and obviously wearing a single-digit number. Looked like some sort of option-type concept they're trying to work in. Damian Harris falls forward with a big shoulder run there, pickup 2. Patriots have the ball at the 47-yard line. James White the back beside Jones in the gun. You've got tight end isolated 1-on-1 in the set. Mac Jones is going to drop back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire. And there's going to be another catch by Jacoby Myers. I mentioned him before, but he's having a very, very good day on his end. 4 receptions for 65 yards. He picks up a first down there as another, just finding holes in the defense. Another flood concept on that shallow flats defender with a zig out. And then you have a deep out, high-lowing him. The defender can't be right on that. Another handoff there to Damian Harris, who just kind of works his way through the hole in the zone, and he runs forward there, breaks free. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris there for 36 yards. Just kind of worked all to the right. All the blocks set up behind him. Cut back to the left, and there was not a single Houston defender in sight, as he went all but untouched there. New England going to line up for the point after attempt, going for 2. They're going to look and fire, and that's going to be swatted down by Pierre Lewis there. Looked like he was open, but Mac Jones just didn't have the arm strength to fit him into that window. After the point after attempt now, that will make it 29-16 there for your New England Patriots with the lead, as that's a big kickoff attempt. Really, that's Sean Wade, the corner from Ohio State. Really Quinn Nordine has been all over it all day, putting it right at the end of the end zone where you can't fair catch it and you have to return it. With only being able to get 10, 15 yards out of this, you're really setting Houston up behind the sticks, as all the momentum now is in New England's favor with that big special teams play. Davis Mills in the gun, double tight end set, a deuce type formation there. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to fire it off. There's Brevin Jordan, tight end, quick out for 11 yards there. Able to smash that man beater, as it looked like they were in a man-to-man with double high safeties. Houston can still run the ball. You know, they're not behind that far that they need to commit to this pass heavily, but certainly you've got to be kind of weary of your time of possession now if you're Houston. Davis Mills in the gun, Ito Smith behind him. He's going to make an adjustment at the line. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to have pressure in his face. He steps up, and Henry Anderson stepped right into him. That's a loss of 9. Looked like they just tried to send everyone deep on a 4 verticals type concept there, and no one was open with that fantastic Patriots secondary. They were able to really stay tight, and that's what you call a coverage sack. Mills drops back again. He's going to look underneath, and there's Ito Smith, the ultra-dependable back out of the backfield, good for about 8 as Davis Mills gets most of that back and sets it up to a very more manageable 3rd and 10 as opposed to a 3rd and 19. So you got about half of it back. You don't have anything in your playbook for 3rd and 19, but 3rd and 10, you can kind of at least scheme around. So see if Houston's able to come up something and pick up this big 3rd down. Davis Mills in the gun there with Ingram beside him. He's got trips left. Jordan Atkins, the only receiver to the right. Patriots in another hybrid schematic type defense. He's going to fire out underneath as Westbrook's there, but the Patriots are there right underneath him, really letting him catch it, playing that picket fence style defense, as in they're not letting anything behind them. They're dropping back to the sticks, letting them catch it, read, react, and able to maintain their composure to make the tackle. Very, very good. That's textbook defense there by the New England Patriots. As Houston is now feeling the heat a little bit, as they're keeping the offense on the field, and it looks like they're going to go for it here for 4th and 2, running the Trey Y flex patented mutt formation. Davis Mills making an adjustment at the line. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to fire over, and it's going to be tight end Atkins wide open there. Not sure what his adjustment was, but regardless of it, Atkins picks up a very, very timely 1st down there for the Texans to keep their hopes alive, as he just steps in and fires a strike. Good all the way down to the 40-yard line, as Houston has much needed life in an offense that looked kind of sluggish here to come out of half. Mills in the gun. He's going to fake the handoff there to Smith. Patriots sending the blitz. They're going to fire. It's going to be Cooks again. He is beating Jonathan Jones again on the same post route. Jones not able to find him there, as that's another big play for Brandon Cooks. Handoff up the middle now to Ito Smith. Just kind of falls forward there for a yard. Not much doing. Davis Mills in the gun now. Throws a quick dump-off pass, but the Patriots are all there. All-pro corner. Stephon Gilmore stopping that play before it gets started. Mills dropping back to pass here on 3rd and goal. He's going to look. He's going to scramble out to the right, fire, and he's got D.D. Westbrook open in the corner of the end zone. Able to scramble out there and find the open guy. Cutting this lead to very, very manageable. Making it 29-22 there for the Texans as the start of this 4th quarter. Rolling on the field is upheld. Kick is up, and Fairborn knocks this one through here, and that is good. Stevenson on the kick return there, not much doing, gets it to about the 23. Patriots keeping their foot on their gas. They're not breaking out the heavy sets. As Mac Jones is now in the empty set again. Looks like a single tight end set with this one. Gonna stop, pump. There's a quick strike there to Gunner. Make that catch and run. Pickup of about 8. Keeping the clock moving is the biggest thing here. You've got the 6-point lead. You've got about 9 minutes and 38 seconds left. I don't expect them to just straight run heavy sets and try and bleed this clock out. I think they've got to get at least one more score here to really feel good about their odds. As I say that, they do go with double tight I, not a power I formation, but a more or less just a heavy I would say. Regardless of it, the Texans come up with a very, very big stop there on that 2nd and short, as this has forced the Patriots now. The 3rd and 2, a stop here would do wonders for Houston's confidence. Empty set now. They've gone to the 2 tight end and halfback look that they've killed him with all game. Mac Jones dropping back to throw. He's firing. He's got KJ Hamler deep, and it's going to be a huge play by Trey Waynes. Really catching up to KJ Hamler. He might be the only one on that team that's as fast as him. Coming in and making the swat on the ball. It looked like he had a step on him, but Wayne's really able to make up that ground and get that. Patriots looking to go for it here. Really hanging it all on the table. Inside zone, handoff there to James White. He breaks a tackle, breaks another. James White will not go down. Good for 9. Big first down there. James White showing why he is such a valuable player there. Picking up that timely 4th down conversion to keep this clock moving. Houston really on their heels now. They've gone to a 4-3 up look, and that has not stopped New England from running the balls. They're just going to keep giving it to Damian Harris. As he falls forward there for about 3. So they've gone to a 4-3 overlook in a sense. They've gone to a 5-down lineman with the linebackers beside him, even bringing a safety up in the box and playing a 3 deep with a single high to really, really get as many bodies in there as possible. And so the Patriots say, nope, we've had enough of that power game. We're just going to spread you out and try and throw the ball around the yard with Mac Jones. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to fire. It's going to be dropped by Hunter Henry, and he gets absolutely smashed. He definitely heard the footsteps there as he caught a little in-breaking route, and Zach Cunningham leveled him and all but flipped him. That is a big man in Hunter Henry, too. He is not easy to flip like that. He heard the footsteps. Now they're going to the empty set again. Only a single tight end variant. He's going to drop back to throw. There's Jonnu Smith. Good for a first down. Big play by Mac Jones. Makes his composure. Hits the check down. Texans really drop back into an old Tampa 2 style defense. And really gave up the underneath, though, as the Patriots pick up the first down. Got it now on the Texans' 47-yard line. Mac Jones in the guns, double tight end. 2 wide receivers out to his left. He's got Damian Harris beside him, right hand in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Harris, as they're going to absolutely push that defensive line back. I mean, he had walked forward for 4 yards on that play, tackled for 4, as that offensive line is really moving that Houston Texans defensive front. I mean, they have been getting hats on hats and moving guys backwards. It's really been a domination for that Pats offensive line. Something that you really, when I talked to Coach Milkman before the game, he said we need to be able to run the ball effectively and use that offensive line that we've spent time building. Mac Jones again drops back to throw. Got Gunner one-on-one, corner route. He is able to get his feet in bounds for another huge catch. The kid just makes plays. I mean, what an absolute... I mean, it's a little bit of a high throw on Mac Jones, but to throw it, put it only where his guy can catch it, and to keep his feet in bounds too, huge, huge play for the Patriots. As that sets him up now at the 21-yard line, up 6 there. It's going to be a handoff to the right-hand side. Damian Harris scampers good there for a yard. It was just a little zone concept leading that fullback out. Houston able to disrupt the gap integrity there and stop him for a only good for about 1. Stop him for a gain of 1, I should say. As we've got 2nd and 9 now at the 20-yard line. New England leading this 29-23 here with about 5.5 minutes remaining. Winner going to face the Chicago Bears in the first reject Super Bowl here in year 11. Tommy Stevens, the Wildcat quarterback in there, just giving the ball to Damian Harris. That's his 15th or 16th carry. So he's got picked up 80 yards there. Big play on his end, as Damian Harris keeps his feet moving and keeps the Pats right in this. Sets up 3rd and 6 now. As if you're the Patriots here, I don't know that you're taking a shot in the end zone. We'll see. They've got James White in, which means they're probably going to throw the ball. They send Myers in motion. Mac's going to drop back to throw, and there it is. There's Gunner, and he drops it. The kid came down with a drop. The biggest drop, that could have been the biggest catch of his life. Instead, it falls right through his hands. The kid, oh my goodness, that was money. Mac put it right where only his guy can get it. And now you've sent Quinn Nordin, who's had his struggles. Can he put a kick together here to make this a 2-possession game? The kick is up, and it is no good off the crossbar. Quinn Nordin. Oh, no. What a series of events there. And Houston is absolutely licking their chops. Between the drop and the missed kick, the Patriots come up with nothing but time off the board. And Houston's got the ball now. They've got the ball down 6, 4.5 minutes left. They can run the ball down the field if they choose to. Can they put together a drive to produce these points? Davis Mills has got to come up with some big plays. He's dropping back in the throw. He hits Hunter Renfrow. He's got it. Catch, breaks a tackle, 1st down. Good to about the 35. Davis Mills 19 of 23 here for about 250 and 3 yards now. Davis Mills. He's made big plays all season when people have counted him out. Can he come up with a big drive here to send Houston forward? He's got a lot of field to cover. A lot of field. Makes that field goal they kicked last drive even ever so more important. He's got the ball now in the empty pistol set. Ingram the back behind him. It's going to be a handoff off the middle. Ingram breaks a tackle. Bobs and weaves to his left. Not as explosive as he was once every day. Or as he was back in the day, I should say. Whew. Man, what a game so far. Big run sets Houston up at the 47-yard line. New England really desperately trying for a stop here. Davis Mills is going to throw the bubble screen. It's caught by Hunter Renfrow. He gets held up on a block. He had so much green grass in front of him, and he ran into the only 2 guys on that side of the field, which really let the defense come and react to him. Renfrow obviously not the most fleet of foot, but when you give him that much grass, you like your chances there. As it sets up 2nd and 8, Davis Mills in the shotgun from the back beside him. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire, and it's going to be over the head of Mark Ingram. One of the rare misses for Davis Mills. There it is. Can Davis Mills make those passes? That's a simple dump-off route. He's got to be able to hit that route if he wants to be a truly elite quarterback. Can he come up with these drives when it matters the most? Davis Mills again, handing the ball off. Mark Ingram in the gun. He's going to break a tackle, not getting the 1st down. Stopped about 2 or 3 yards short. Looks like Houston's going to go for it, and I think they're making the right call. This is 4-down territory. You don't want to kick the field goal with the way the Pats have been running the ball. You absolutely have got to leave this in the hands of your offense. You've run the ball well all day. Davis Mills has played well all night passing the ball. Let's see if he can make a conversion here on 4th and short. He's going to look and he's going to fire. It's going to be Mark Ingram wide open in the end zone. Oh, no. Mark Ingram. No, wow. It looked like he was held up for a fumble. Either way, the biggest throw, Davis Mills comes in with the strike. Wow, what a throw, Davis Mills. What a route. He was one-on-one with the linebacker and absolutely burned him. The kick is up to give the Texans the lead, and it is good. Houston leads this one. What a series. What a crazy 2 minutes of events there as Houston comes away with the 1-point lead now as Mac Jones is going to get the ball with 2.5 minutes left to come up and make the answering drive. Stevenson to return the kick. He's got it. Makes a cut up the middle. Trucks a guy. Falls forward. He's got it about the 30. Decent starting field position here. With the way the Pats have been kicking the ball, they're probably thinking 6. You might see them a little more aggressive on this drive. Mac Jones in the gun. All the momentum now in Houston's favor. Let's see what he's got in him. Gonna hand it off there to James White. Ooh, big cut. Good for 5. Way to run the ball there and, make the most out of it. Mac making some adjustments at the line. Stopping, dropping back to throw. He's going to hit the check down to James White. Runs out of bounds, and that's a really smart play on his end. He gets out of bounds and 1 second left on the clock, meaning he's going to get a clock stoppage from the 2-yard line, from the 2-minute warning. I'd probably assume the Patriots run here with the way they've been playing. Double tight end set, Mac Jones. Damian Harris, the back beside him. Making a couple plays, a couple adjustments. Stop. He's going to drop back. He's going to fire. It's going to be Hunter Henry. Makes it an incredible contested catch. The safety draped over him, and Hunter Henry, that's what they signed him to this big contract to be, to run those double tight end sets with Jonnu Smith. Huge play on his end to come down with it as it sets the Patriots up at the 35-yard line. Double tight end I formation. Mac Jones making some adjustments. Houston's countering with that 4-3 defense. They're going to hand it off to Damian Harris to the left-hand side, and he is going to absolutely pick up in a huge chunk run there for 12 yards. You couldn't have drawn that power concept up better. With the way that guard filled, he got that play side linebacker, and Damian Harris cut right off of it, just like you seen him do at Alabama and in the NFL here, reading his blocks and really making that defensive pay. Mac Jones in the gun now. James White, the pass catcher, beside him. Houston in a nickel look. They've got a bunch of DBs on the field. New England kind of milking the clock a little bit. James White takes the handoff there. Falls on his own lineman. He looks like he could have gotten more on that. Only comes up with 3 yards on that play. New England, minute left. You've got time. You've got the ball where you want it. Can you put it in the end zone? Mac Jones dropping back to throw. There's James White. He takes a cut. He falls forward and actually dives there to kind of bleed the clock out a little bit. I thought he had it. I thought he had a shot at the end zone. Regardless of it, smart play on his end. He forces the timeout there on Houston. Houston has 1 timeout left here with 50 seconds left. Patriots have the ball at the 6-yard line. Patriots come out in that strong I formation. Tight end, fullback, 2 wide receivers split out to left. Mac Jones under center. Handoff to the right-hand side. Takes it Damian Harris. Bounces off a tackle. Falls forward for 2. Draws out that last timeout for Houston. If New England feels comfortable kicking this ball, they can really move it down. Back at it now. New England with the ball. 2 tight ends out there. Damian Harris behind Mac Jones. Safety creeping up at the line. I think everyone knows this is a run. Mac Jones makes an adjustment at the line. Let's see what he's got. He's going to hand the ball off. Damian Harris makes a cut, falls forward, and he's going to be just short at the 1-yard line. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the Patriots come out. They're not gonna take the field goal. They've got the ability to run a play. This is all in their hands. They've got on the goal line, 3rd and goal at the 1. Mac Jones in the heavy set formation. He's gonna QB sneak it, and Mac Jones falls forward. The skinny little freaking nerd from Alabama. Not a powerful or imposing runner by any means, but he picked up the most important yardage of his life. Bigger than that national championship he won. Bigger than anything. Mac Jones runs the game-winning touchdown in for the Patriots. 2-point conversion on to make this a touchdown lead. This would be huge. Mac Jones drops back to throw. He looks, fires over the middle. James White, the tailback, killing him all day out of the backfield. Sneaks in 2 yards. That's all that matters. 7-point lead now for the Patriots. Houston back deep to receive. They need a miracle. To put it frankly, they need a miracle. 20 seconds, no timeouts, and not much of a deep threat on this roster. Davis Mills does not have a huge arm. Does he go to another quarterback on the roster? Who knows? Let's see. Let's see what they got. Can you make a miracle happen? Minneapolis miracle. What's going to happen here? Heck of a game so far. I am parched here as an announcer. Davis Mills in the gun. He's got okay, so they're going to go split backs. Double tight end, trying to get him a little extra pressure. Going to heave it deep, and it's going to be batted away. They're hitting the sidelines. You have to if they're them. Try to deep corner out there to Brandon Cooks. Not able to come down with it. It's got to be a contested throw with the way the Pats are playing this defense, which does not favor. You're playing with fire, but you need to hit a big chunk play here to really get some yardage on this one. Clock really ticking down now. 15 seconds. Mills go to the empty set. In the gun. Making a couple adjustments. He's dropping back to throw. He's got pressure in his face. He looks, he fires underneath, and there's the interception. J.C. Jackson showboats a little. That's going to seal it there to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl to face the absolute juggernaut that are the Chicago Bears. Davis Mills played his absolute heart out, but in the end, he was just short. You got baited in that interception. You needed to come up with a play there. I mean, you needed a miracle, and they're not able to produce it. That Pats defense is able to hold them. You're going to see Milky going to a Super Bowl to meet Colin for the 3rd matchup between those teams. That'll be one heck of a Super Bowl, and I can't wait to cast it. 3rd Super Bowl matchup between these teams. We're playing in the greatest Super Bowl in Rejects history, coming down to a goal line stand with Milky to win it. His time expired in the last one. That is going to be one heck of a game. 2 drastically different teams, 2 drastically different play styles from that meeting, all but 5 to 6 seasons ago, I believe. It's at least been one Madden cycle. 2 very experienced Rejects users. Happy to see them back. Regardless of it, that's all I have tonight. I thank you guys for tuning in. We'll have the live stream for the Super Bowl up and announced. But one heck of a game. Shout out D-Thed. You played your heart out and made it further than anyone would have thought you had. Congratulations to Milky here for winning